YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Playoff Don. I'm back yet again with another video. I'm gonna get into these Western Conference standings predictions. This is super fun. I love doing this. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, I need to remind y'all, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Hit the like button, whether you liked it or not. Hit it anyway. It'll do you very good. Well, it'll do me very good as well. So yes, but hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm trying to grow this channel. Let's make Playoff Don a household name. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Hit that subscribe button for your boy, and let's get into it, man. I'm ready to get into this. Training camp has already kicked off. Players are getting interviewed, and some dudes look excited, some dudes not so much. But let's get into it, man. We're gonna do the Western Conference. I'm gonna go from seeds 1 to 10. Now I'm doing 1 to 10 because now the NBA has locked in the play-in tournaments. So from all you need is the 8 seed. I mean, I'm tripping tonight, man. I'm tripping tonight over my words. All you need is the 10 seed now. That's all you need now. 9 and 10 compete with 7 and 8 now for the 7th and 8th seeds now. It's pretty wild. But so all you need is the 10 seed, and you're relevant. So I'm gonna go from 1 to 10 here. I'm gonna start off with, I think I'm gonna take the Denver Nuggets to take the 1 seed. Now again, this is regular season seeding. It really won't matter much when we get to the postseason. But I think Denver is ready to put people on notice. People still don't believe in this team, even though they were in the conference finals and pulled off 2 3-1 comebacks. People still don't believe in them. Like, you can tell. Like, the NBA gave them, 6 national televised games? It's ridiculous. They still don't believe in the Nuggets. I believe in the Nuggets. And this team is just your classic on the come up team. You feel me? Back in what is it? Was it 2018, I believe? I believe it's 2018. Yeah, back in 2018, they fall just short of the playoffs in the very last game of the season. Year after that, they lose in the semifinals in 7 games. And then last year, they lose in the conference finals to the eventual champions. I think this team is on the come up, and this core is very good already, and they're super young. This team is super deep. They got one of the 10 best players, in my opinion, one of the 10 best players in the league on this team. I'm really buying into the Nuggets. I think this team I think these boys got something to prove. And another year of Jokic, if Jamal Murray can keep his production a little more steady instead of kind of all over the place like how he was a year ago, if he can keep that going, and then you got Porter Jr. as well, who's on the come up. If he can take that next step, the sky's the limit for this Nuggets team. I'm really bullish on this team. I think they got it. Whether it's this year or a couple years from now, I think this team is ready to be. They're already contenders, but I think they're ready to take the next step. So I got the Nuggets for the 1 seed. I do. I think they end up with the best record in the Western Conference. Not too far off would be the LA Lakers. Of course, the reigning defending champions. I think this team is still gonna cook people, of course, but I think they chill out a little bit. That's kind of what champions tend to do. They tend to just chill out the next season because they ain't got nothing to prove. They're the champs. They can take a chill pill. They know they're gonna cook in the playoffs. Why go crazy in the regular season? There's no need. All credit to you if you can, but I just don't see that from the Lakers. The Lakers might just be chilling out today. The Lakers might just be chilling out during the season. So, of course, they're still great. Lakers are still great. They brought in Montrez. They brought in Dennis Schroeder, which I love. I love that move. They brought in Schroeder. They brought in Marc Gasol, who he really didn't look good at all in in the Celtics series. But hey, he's another good rim protector, and he can space the floor a little bit. I feel like his 3-point shot is a little overrated at this point, but he can space the floor a little bit, and he's probably better than Dwight Howard. So yeah, that's good. And they did get better in the offseason. So I don't want people to overrate the moves, but they did get better. But again, regular season doesn't matter. This team's going to be locked and loaded for the postseason. Yeah, reigning champion Lakers at the 2 seed. At the 3 seed, I think it's time to start placing your bets for the Luka Doncic MVP campaign. I think Luka's up next. I sincerely do, and I think Luka, he's up next. He's up next. I'll just say that. And yeah, I think he's gonna will this Mavericks team farther than they should, because honestly, this team is not that talented. There's some solid players here still, but they're not that talented. I think Luka is about to just will these boys to like a, well, maybe not 50 wins, maybe 40 wins now because it's 70 games. So, maybe 45, maybe 50 wins, who knows? I think Luka's coming for that MVP trophy. Look out for the Mavericks. I got the Mavs at the 3 seed. At the 4 seed, I got the Los Angeles Clippers. Everybody's so down on the Clippers. Look, I get it. How they lost was terrible, but this team was kind of title favorites a year ago for a reason. This team is still great. Like, they didn't get worse over the offseason. They need a point guard, chemistry issues. This was not a problem a year ago. Nobody cared about this. Nobody thought about this. Then they were heavy favorites, almost heavy favorites to come out the West. The Clippers are still going to be great. They still have Kawhi Leonard, who is one of the 2 to 3 best players in the league. They still have Paul George, who, yes, the memes are funny, but Paul George is still an incredible player. This, with a really good supporting cast around him. Yes, no real playmaker, but that wasn't a problem a year ago. This team was the 2 seed a year ago. This team's still going to be really good, and we should still fear the Clippers because they're still going to be good. And this season, they're going to have something to prove. I don't think they're going to play as lackadaisical as they played a year ago. This team is going to be ready. I do believe. I believe they know that they've been joked about all season. They're going to come in and they're going to get their act together. I do believe that. But yes, Clippers for the 4 seed, certainly still title contenders. At the 5 seed, I do have the Portland Trailblazers at the 5th seed. Last year was a complete worst case scenario train wreck season for this Blazers team. That's not going to happen again. This team was decimated by injuries. It was just bad, a ton of bad luck. Their depth was insanely tested a year ago. That's just not, I just don't think that's going to happen again. Portland has been one of the most efficient teams in the league since it's been Lillard's team. And I'm not going to count out this team at all because of Damian Lillard. He is an incredible leader. He is a phenomenal superstar talent. And yeah, as need I say more, I got the Portland Trailblazers. They also got a little bit better. Their off-season moves might be a little overrated as well. But look, they brought in Covington, who is going to help their defense. They desperately need help with their defense. They're getting healthy players back. They're going to be good. They got a solid roster. That's all you need around Dame. I don't know if they're title contenders, but they're still going to be damn good. So give me the Portland Trailblazers as the 5th seed. As the 6th seed, I'm buying into the Phoenix Suns. Honestly, I love I love the Chris Paul move. I love it. Put Chris Paul with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul, he will unlock something within those guys. They like those dudes. You can see a difference with the Suns team when they brought in Rubio. Rubio made a huge difference for that team. Can you imagine what Chris Paul's gonna do for this Phoenix team? I think it's a beautiful fit. I just love it. Like I'm all in on this Suns team. I think this team is on the come up. They got 2 young stars. You bring in a phenomenal veteran like Chris Paul, who still got it. He still got it. Chris Paul's still incredible. That's 3 stars. That's honestly 3 stars on this team. The only thing to be afraid of is, of course, Chris Paul hasn't been the healthiest guy ever. I don't even want to speak that into existence, but it still has to be said. And he's also like 36. That could be the only thing that kind of screws with this team. But these boys proved they're ready. They went 8-0 in the bubble. These boys proved they're ready, and I'm buying into the Suns. I got the Suns as a 6th seed. As a 7th seed, I got the Utah Jazz. This team didn't really do much in the offseason. Not much at all. I mean, they extended my boy D. Mitchell. They gave Jordan Clarkson a little bit too much money. And yeah, that's about it. It's pretty boring. But it's still a very solid team. They're still going to be a really good defensive team. Mike Conley can't be as bad as he was a year ago. He can't be. He's been too good over his career to just fall off like this. I get he's a little bit of an older guy, but he can't be that bad again. He just can't be. This Jazz team, they're limited offensively, but they're still very good defensively. They're still very well coached. They got guys who aren't afraid of the moment. This Jazz team, look, they always make the playoffs. They're going to get in again. They didn't get worse. So they're going to be in again. I'm pretty confident in that. And lastly, this is going to be kind of hot. I got the Houston Rockets as the 8th seed. Look, there's been a lot going on in Houston. I get it. They're probably worse than what they were a year ago. You know, switching out Westbrook for Wall. We have no idea what John Wall's going to look like. Look, they brought in Christian Wood, which I love. They needed a big man. They got their big man. Look, if James Harden is motivated, I don't even think he has to be motivated. James Harden himself, you say what you want about the playoff woes, about the ball hogging, that man is a walking playoff berth. If Harden is engaged, this team will make the playoffs. It's just what's going through his head. Is he going to be locked in? And there's a good chance that he won't even be on the team by the end of the season. Houston's it's an up and down team. They have a very, very wide range of outcomes. I have no idea what to expect. I'm just going to go with Harden's going to play. If Harden plays, you're a playoff team, period. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna trust in Harden. I could be wrong. I should say this about every team. I could be wrong, but Houston, who knows what to expect? I'm just going to expect James Harden to carry these boys. Number 9. This might also be a little bit controversial. Number 9, again, all you need to get is a 10th seed. So 9 is relevant. At number 9, I got the Golden State Warriors. The Klay Thompson injury killed this team. I had much higher hopes until that happened. Klay Thompson going down was horrible for this team. I don't love this roster. I don't want to doubt Steph Curry at all. I love Stephen Curry. But they got so many wild cards in their starting lineup. I don't know. Like Oubre is solid, but he's not Klay Thompson. We have no idea who Andrew Wiggins is. We don't know who Draymond Green's gonna be. He hasn't been that dude in like 2 years. And Wiseman's another wild card. Like, I like Wiseman, but you know, I said this in the video earlier. I don't know how good he's gonna be from the jump. They're certainly not title contenders. I don't know if they're a playoff team. Again, I hope I'm wrong because I love Stephen Curry. And Steph Curry on a good team is good for the NBA. I just don't know about the Warriors this season. So they're still going to be competitive because of Stephen Curry. So hopefully he can stay healthy. It's going to be a lot on his plate, but they're going to be in the mix for the 8th seed. Absolutely. And after that, I feel like it's kind of a drop off. I feel like it's like a big cluster of teams who are kind of on the same level. But between all those teams, I'm just going to take the team with the best player. And I feel like that is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm just going to take the T-Wolves. I'm going to take Karl Anthony Towns. I'm going to take D'Angelo Russell. I'm going to take Anthony Edwards. I'm going to take those guys. I don't know what Edwards is going to look like. I don't know if he's going to be okay with being like the third guy, possibly even the fourth guy. We got to see. But Towns is, I believe in Karl Towns. He is a phenomenal player, and he's ready to win some games. So give me the Timberwolves, and the Jazz, Rockets, Warriors, T-Wolves will, I believe, all be fighting for the 7th and 8th spots. After that, you know, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Spurs, Kings, Thunder. Oh, look, none of these teams are terrible except maybe the OKC. OKC, if you get the chance, look at their starting five. It's actually not. It's actually not completely god awful. It's not. They have the potential to be a really good defensive team. So as for the Pelicans, no, I don't have them getting in. It's just a lot of good teams in the West. That team is still very young at the core. I just gotta see. Like, it would be cool for Zion to be competing for the playoffs, and Ingram as well. I don't want people to forget about Ingram. Ingram's very awesome as well, but I just don't see it yet. Not yet with the Pelicans. I didn't like how people kind of just hyped up the Pelicans like crazy a year ago, and I kept telling everyone I think this team is still bad. But look, the Pelicans are still very entertaining. There's a reason they have a bunch of primetime games. Just not this year. And look, you can not make the playoffs and still look like an awesome team. It's the Western Conference. Same thing goes with the Grizzlies. Another team that it sucks how the season ended for them, but they got a bright future with John Morant, Jaren Jackson. And I guess Justice Winslow too. Look, the only team that's like bad in the Western Conference is OKC. That's the only team. Even the Spurs and the Kings, both of those teams are still going to be competitive. It's very tough in the West. So apologies to the Pelicans, to the Grizzlies. I know those are very good teams with stars, but it's a tough West. It's a very tough West. And yeah, so those are my standing predictions for the Western Conference. I will come back with my next video for the Eastern Conference standings as well. So yeah, so that's the video. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not yet. Subscribe to the channel. Help your boy out. Help out Playoff Don. I need it. So that's gonna be all. Those are my predictions. So Nuggets, Lakers, Mavericks, Clippers, Blazers, Suns, Jazz, Rockets. That's how I got it. Top 10 teams. And then, of course, 9 and 10, Warriors, Wolves. So yeah, but yeah, that's it's gonna be all. So again, hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Peace.